Let's see if that worked. We got sound? Dang, if I wouldn't have checked that, I would have done this whole stream. You guys would, it would have been a waste. So I had my USB in for my headset, which is what I use from time to time. When I'm doing the lives, it's not going to pick up the audio. Okay, so I am Jeremy Marquez with J Marqeting. We call you close. Power prospecting, on to the next doors, all of the above. So we are 3 minutes into my elevator pitch where I tell you guys about the company and what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and skip that. If you guys don't know who I am, hit me up. We can talk about that. So today, what are we working on? Today, we're going to make some calls, some acquisition calls. We're going to talk about that. We're going to make some calls, and we call you close. So I'll talk about that a little bit. I got a couple of things going. If you're an agent or a broker and you're working with retail listings and you're taking listings, putting them on the market, the program we call you close is fully in action. That's a program that me and my team of VAs and ISAs that I've trained on will be calling in your market. And you will be one of a few agents and brokers that we're working with. You guys won't have hand-in-hand contact with those other agents, but you'll be in around Robin distribution. So when I create a lead or warm up an opportunity, something that requires an agent to come in and do a evaluation to put the listing on the market, you guys are going to get these leads, these opportunities, these appointments one by one. So that's already rocking and rolling. We're going to jump into that, make some calls in that in a little bit. We're only starting in a couple of markets, but as soon as I start showing some action in a couple of these markets, which is going to happen fairly quickly, I'm predicting by the second week of March, probably the end of March. Let's just say that. We're going to open up other markets too. And so that program wasn't available to you guys before because I would only work with one agent per market. That's no longer. It's now a different program that I'm opening up. I do still have the exclusive service if you wanted to have an agent, a VA, or an ISA. I call it ISA compared to VA. Inside Sales Associate, Inside Sales Assassin. So we're constantly calling, and then we'll distribute the leads round robin. As far as your commitment, rather than paying me monthly, my base, which is what I charge for the exclusive, I charge a monthly and then a bonus on deals. So with this program, you're only paying a one-time retainer, kind of like an attorney, which goes towards future bonuses that you pay out. So as an example, you pay a $10,000 retainer. You do not pay any bonuses to J Marqeting until you've recouped your retainer in deals, right? In commissions. So there's no fees to the program essentially. There's just the retainer which gets you into the program. And so that's rocking. And so some of you guys are virtual assistants. Some of you guys are other cold callers. Some of you guys aren't realtors, and you do what I do, right? So for you guys, I will be opening up a couple of spots, okay? So if you're a savage on the phone and you truly like creating something out of nothing, like if you read the summary on this Facebook Live, this talks about creating something out of nothing, okay? That's one of the big reasons why I'm still doing what I do, okay? Being able to get up whenever you get up in the daytime and you literally have nothing, right? Zero. Maybe you're in the hole. Maybe you owe money. Maybe you got the landlord knocking at the door. Here's the beautiful thing about what we do in sales and marketing. If you've aligned yourself properly in this business or in your business, you should be able to clock in and create something out of nothing. So right now, I can turn on Batch, I can turn on RedX, I can start making some calls. I can create a relationship with a property owner that potentially will need some help getting that property sold. So I'm creating something out of nothing. I can turn around and flip that lead. I can turn around and convert that lead. I can do a lot of stuff with that, but that's something I did not wake up with, right? So the aspect of being able to do that in this business, it doesn't even have to be real estate. It can be mortgage. It can be selling ice cream on the corner. You had some raw materials. You put it together. You sold the ice cream, and then you were able to put dinner on the table that night because you created something out of nothing that day. So, I love it. As long as I have my health, I'm confident that I can jump into any type of working process and system and create something out of nothing. And the best part is, you're only as good as your ability to be able to show others. So, for the last couple of years, I've been able to help a lot of you guys do that as well. Let's make a call right now and see what happens.
Please leave your message for Nothing has been recorded. Record your message after the tone. Simply hang up when done. Or for
On to the next. So we're using this is the batch, BATCH. Not you know what I'm gonna say. Not that. So the team that I'm working with out in Kansas and Missouri, they're great. They have a marketing tech person who loads up the dialer for me. I don't have to do anything besides go, right? And that's perfect because I can make lots of calls when I warm up a lead, opportunity, appointment, whatever it may be. What's going to happen is I'm going to properly notate that and then get that over to them so they can reach out and close. That's the relationship I have in this particular campaign. And this is a one-on-one thing. I'm actually part of this team. Okay, I'm at the ground floor. I'm the third in a three-man team. The top guy, Joe. He used to be a realtor.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no.
Used to be a realtor. They've been doing investments for a little while. He partnered up with his buddy, and man, they were already when they hit me up. They're doing probably 3 to 5 assignment deals, and then also have some rentals as well. And so we're looking to double that up this year. So my primary role in the acquisitions is just warming up these leads. From there, they run the numbers and put it into contract, which makes it really easy, really nice for me. I don't want to use the word easy because none of this stuff is easy peasy. I'm still creating something out of nothing. Let's see if we can get somebody on the phone. Thumbs up, you guys can hear the audio clearly. You should be able to hear the phone ringing. And so now that we call you close is going towards an automated system for myself. Now it's not automated because we're always going to have people making calls. That voice to voice interaction, that never goes away. We're going to fuse that old school method with new school tech, right? What that does is it optimizes our time to be able to give me more time to convert more. Hello, John?
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
Okay, so here's what I know about these. They're in a neighborhood that we bought and converted recently, and so we're just looking to buy more in that area. So we know there's a lot of deals in this particular neighborhood because of the equity.
Press 1 now to continue this call in English.
Para continuar en español, presione 9.
Hello, and thank you for calling. Just for calling today, you're entitled to a retail rebate of $100. Press 1 now for more information, or you can hang up. Thank you.
A little bit of AI, that's pretty cool. That's something that we really need to be able to really grasp. And so instead of having VAs or ISAs, well, on top of, because I don't think I'd ever take it away, but to have them to warm stuff up, you never know. Hello? Hello, William?
Or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
Here using batch dialer. Thanks for joining the stream. If you have questions, please use the question mark logo down there so we can get a Q&A going. We're also broadcasting live on Facebook. If you want to come over there, there's a link in the bio.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
So when a new lead comes up, I usually don't look at it too much. I'm just going to call.
Please leave your message for...
I think that was familiar. I think I might have called that number earlier. Let me double check here.